city of Mumbai. 7 people, including 2 minors, have lost their lives after a 7-story building caught fire in Goregaon. Now, this fire reportedly broke out from the parking lot on the ground floor in the early hours of this morning. It soon spread to shops and vehicles which were parked below. Several residents were stuck on different floors and terraces before the fire was eventually extinguished at around 6 a.m. A panel has been formed to probe the incident, and a report will be submitted on the same within 15 days. Dr. Deepak Monga is a fire safety and evacuation expert. He is joining us on the broadcast. Dr. Monga, as we look at these pictures of the aftermath of the fire in Goregaon, as we count the dead and the injured, more than 50 people dead, 7 people killed, 1 person, we are being told, is very, very serious and critical. I want to ask you why Mumbai's high-rises are becoming tinderboxes.
The basic answer to this question is that we really fail to understand that why since 2022 and 18 also, the electric department have been requesting the buildings to go for electric audits. It is very important for that to have electricity audits happening every 6 months, which especially the high-rise building fail to do so. Secondly, the incident which happened today morning, last night, you may say so, that people have not died of fire. People again died of smoke. That's called carbon monoxide. Like Shreya, we've been like talking for so many times on this same subject. People living in high-rise building or even in low-rise building have no place to escape when there's a fire on the ground floor, because the smoke goes up and it becomes impossible for people to come out of the building, and they unfortunately die of inhaling smoke, and they just don't understand that inhaling smoke will make them suffer more. Secondly, the high-rise buildings somehow don't really follow all the norms post they get the OC. They don't understand that the importance of fire evacuation lift in the buildings, which could really help this building also, wherein the people who were stuck, they could simply take the fire evacuation lift and could have come down because it is installed in the mid-landing zone. If you realize it, there were people's interviews were taken by your channels where they're told that hum niche aaye the, but we couldn't come down, so we went back up, and then we got stuck, and then my family member died because of inhaling of smoke. If they had fire evacuation lift, all they had to do was go to the staircase, and immediately the outside the staircase would be their fire evacuation lift, and they could rescue. The buildings is as a SRA building, and the cutting of fire. If you realize, all the highest building has they are parking in the basement, and they have the parking in that podium level. So जब आग लगेगी because of batteries, because of people keeping things over there, the fire will come up. And if you realize, this fire went from ground floor to the 7th floor, and people just couldn't come out. Imagine it's just a 7-story building, and we have 7 people who have died. We have more than 51 people who have been seriously injured. What if this building was 40 floors? What would have happened? What would the authorities really do about it? The authorities, energy department has really told very specifically, the municipal corporation has told very specifically that fire evacuation is a compulsion. But how many builders are really taking it seriously? Electric audits of every building is compulsory. How many people are doing it? It is very important. Hence, we are really becoming like a box where people will just get into fire. And I don't know why am I saying this, but we are just hoping it should not happen more.
Okay, so essentially, we are sitting on a big tragedy to break out, especially in high-rise buildings. And Dr. Monga, you're giving us two important points that everyone who resides in a high-rise building or is buying a flat in a high-rise building needs to keep in mind. These are the questions that you need to ask. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching us wherever, whether it's Mumbai, whether it's Delhi, whether it's Bangalore, these are the 2 questions you need to ask yourself very importantly. A, does your building have a fire evacuation lift? If not, why? And the second thing that you need to ensure, that you need to find out is, has an electric audit been done in your building? That's critical. Ask those questions, find out those answers, because those answers could save your lives sometime in the future. Dr. Deepak Monga, thank you very much for joining us on the broadcast and telling us what exactly our viewers need to do and ask in a situation like this. Thank you very much.